Hello natural beauties, welcome to my channel. My name is Nat and today we are collaborating with my friend Laura from Gold Star Work. I'm very excited because not only do I love Laura, who I'm going to talk about more as we go through the video, but we are using a palette that I have not used before. This is the BH Cosmetics Opalescent palette, and I got this from Kohl's. I don't usually shop at Kohl's, but I had run in just to get my sister a birthday gift, and I got like some Kohl's cash. So this is one of the items that I used it for. So we're gonna go ahead and just jump right in. I do have this right here. It's called Mystic. I've got that in my brows. Now Laura and I were discussing like what to do with this, and it's just such a beautiful palette. It really is. And we decided that we would do a full face pretty much with this palette. So I think that I am gonna actually try and reserve some of these color shadows for my face. So I'll probably try and use that purple like for some blush. But let's go ahead and jump right in. And oh, also I got a pimple, so y'all are gonna have to deal with it. Look at it. Sorry, if I gotta look at it, y'all gotta look at it. So I already have my eyes set. Let's see what we're gonna do. Let's go in with a little bit of pink, even though I did say that we were going to keep most of the colorful shadows for our face. But since I do have this gigantic underground dweller, I think that I'm gonna probably go pretty easy on my blush and keep it pretty high because, you know, I don't want to aggravate it. You know, it's probably smart not to poke the bear. And so let's talk about Laura. I think Laura and I pretty much kind of like run in the same YouTube circles. But if you are not familiar with Laura, you really need to get to know her and go check her channel out. I think that not even thinking about makeup or how she applies it, how artistic she is, her voice is so incredibly therapeutic, y'all. And she is really good as far as like showing you what she's doing. And I love, because she is a painter, she's an actual artist. I'm not a makeup artist, y'all. But because she is an actual like painter, and you know, she's so good with color theory, y'all. Now, one of the things that I tend to get nervous about with natural or neutral palettes is because I have such a weird undertone, y'all. It's like kind of pink, kind of yellow, kind of gray, that sometimes not everything comes across on my skin. And sometimes certain shadows will make me look like ashy. And these do seem to build up, but maybe it's just because it's kind of a soft pastel, you know. But I do kind of like pay attention when stuff does or does not come across on my skin. I think we're gonna go into, where shall we go? Let's go into Charm right here. And we're gonna take this like right in that crease. And I know that some people go nuts when YouTubers start their shadow in their with their transition. They're like, don't do that, start on your eyelid. But I really like it because I like to blow it all out. And since it's so like, you know, like blended out, I don't really have to mess with it again. And I can kind of concentrate like on my crease. And so that's actually one of my favorite ways to do it, especially if I'm using like a colorful shadow. So when Laura and I decided to collab, I was so excited because I hadn't seen this palette like on YouTube at all. And I was like, oh, I'd love to collaborate. And so she decided, and it was such a great idea, to do a full face, you know. And I am going to try and keep, you know, those colors for my face because I do like purple shadow. I think it'll be challenging to, you know, be able to go in with a real nice soft touch so it's not like, ugh. But, you know, that's what we will do there. And the thing is I love natural neutral palettes, y'all. It's just I kind of save them. Like the reason I haven't really used this is because it's such a good partner palette, you know, where you can kind of team them up together. And I really like to try and use like my palette shadows together, if that makes sense. For example, like this one I wouldn't take with me to work or like, you know, in the car or whatever. But if I were to hit pan and finish this shadow, anytime I have this palette, I would need another like cream shadow, you know, to set or go under my brow bone, you know. And I don't always like to do that. So that's why where my project pan items kind of kick in. But we are using this for the entire face. And I think that they are looking really nice so far. I'm trying to stay away from colors that Laura might use. I know that she loves orange and some warm colors as well. But I'm curious because this is a big old palette. That would be hilarious if we both chose the same colors. So I think what I'm gonna do now is let's go in. I'm gonna go in with this one right here. It's called Captivating. And I don't usually like gold colors, but that one looks really nice. And I've been so very impressed with BH Cosmetics, y'all. Laura and I have a mutual friend, Kaylee Wesley, and she sent me her weekend festival BH cosmetic palette, and it's so good, y'all. So very good. I absolutely love, when it comes to L'Oreal, I love that she keeps her paintings in her background, you know, and she's so good with color therapy, you know. And some of my favorite videos of hers are the ones where she'll do like several looks from one palette. So she'll get like this palette and she'll do like 9 looks, you know, and they'll all be completely different. And it's just so easy to watch her content, you know. Let's see if this even makes a difference. This is called Fung. And we're gonna put this right in this outer corner. And you know what, guys? These shadows came across really well on my skin tone, so they were able to build up, you know, and they were pretty decently pigmented, so I think that's awesome. Oh, I read it upside down, so that's not Fung, it's Fling. Yeah, my bad, it's Fling. I was like, Fung, why would it be Fung? Glad I looked at it again and actually caught it, so y'all don't think I'm stupid. I promise I could read, but it was upside down. Sometimes I can read upside down. Anyways, distracted much, huh? But so I want to know what's going on with y'all. What are y'all up to? Y'all know I'm in Texas, and this is going up on Saturday, and I'm recording this the Sunday before. So I have no idea where we will be in a week, but I'm freaking out because the Rona is growing like wildfire, y'all. I think I am gonna go in. This is a clean brush here, and I'm just gonna kind of go in right here and blend that crease out on both my eyes. This came out really nice. That's one of the reasons why I tend to be a little nervous with natural shadows, because like, oh, I don't know if it's gonna come across, you know. Let's see, I used Fling, I guess, so we can go in. Let's use a sequin here. And then we're gonna pull that right under the eye, my lower lashes. And I really like, I had to remember which one I put on. I really like the bronzy look, like for summer and spring and stuff. But I think that with Laura's hair, she's got this like beautiful auburn kind of hair. And I love the way bronzy gold looks come across on her. I don't know if it feeds off of her hair or maybe her sweet little freckles, but I'm just like, wow, she always looks so good with such a bronzy look. What else can we do? I guess we'll go into Star right on our lower inner corners. And that's actually really nice. Look at how shimmery that is. Very pretty. I was thinking about putting some lashes on. but I'm not sure. We're gonna start contouring. I got this one right here. I think I'm gonna go in with Grace right here. It's kind of a cool contour. And I'm gonna contour just like right here. Oh, because of this pimple, y'all, I tossed out my sponge. And I'm really just gonna try not to touch that. So if this looks horrible on this side, we're just gonna have to deal with it. So this is my new sponge. I legit just opened it. AOA, $1.88, Wonder Blender, Moochie Soft, A+ edition, latex free, high def. And this one's got the little like cut off right there. Oh, I was like, what was I doing on my face? So we'll just kind of use this to blend it out. I think I got this from my sponge, and it was my own fault. I was pushing it, and my skin's kind of been like a little aggravated anyways. So I really should not have been wearing more like foundation and stuff than my skin's used to, because it was already aggravated. But no, I had Project Pan stuff to work on. So, you know, that'll learn me. That'll learn me. Now, that looks really nice. I am curious, Laura, I'm going to ask you because you're so good at color therapy. Do you prefer to contour? I prefer to contour with like cool colors. But I don't know if that's because I have such a weird skin tone, like undertone, you know? I just feel like cooler colors look better, right? Because if I'm not using a cool tone, then I'm bronzing, right? I don't know. I'm thinking out loud. That's what happens with a get ready with me, right? So I'm just going to add a little contour here. And I do love this, y'all. This would be such a great palette for someone who doesn't do too much color. Because when it comes to like purples, like even though that's pretty like bright, we can totally like blend that out and tone it down. And that's something that I am thinking about, you know, trying to get better at, just toning certain shadows and colors down. Now, as far as bronzing, I'm going to do just a little bit of bronzing. Oh, but first, I'm going to use this darker one that I put in my brows. And I'm going to go under my chin, because I got a double chin, y'all. Praise Jesus, I got lots of food to eat. But, you know, I'd probably do a little better on my self-control. So I'm just going to darken that up to kind of hide that sucker. Go in one more time and just get out of here, chin. You don't belong there. And then whatever's left, I'm just going to take that right on my little hairline here. Just to kind of warm it up. And I don't want to do too much, y'all. Just because my skin's acting a little bit scared. Okay. Now we're gonna go in with just a little bit of Gorgeous, and we're gonna hit that hairline again, just because look at how pale it looks, you know. So I really want to I don't want it to look like I got a weird white like headband on. So when I bronze, I really like to bronze like right along my hairline. I don't want to bring it like too far down my forehead, even though I've got a very generous forehead. But let's see, what else shall we do? All right, let's go in. I'm going to use this angled brush, and I'm going to try and just use this little tip right here. And I'm going to go in with that purple right there. It's called Wish. I'm going to start on this cheek. That's pretty pigmented. Let's see if we can blend that out. I have a mirror here. Oh, that did blend out fairly well in person. Let's do this other side. We're just going to do a little kiss. And, oh yeah, that is so pigmented. Alright. Let me blend this out and then we'll come back and highlight. Okay, so I added just a touch of that same color of purple for my nose, and then I lined my lips with this Vincent Longo liner. I got that like years ago in BoxyCharm. And then I used this Smashbox Pretty Social. It's just a really nice nude. I put that on my lips. Now we are going to go ahead, and the first thing that I want to do is let's go ahead and highlight. So I'm just going to switch my brush and let's go into a Romance. I'm just going to kind of mess around in there. And I'm not even going to dust anything off, y'all. And I'm going to go real soft and small right here on the highs of my cheeks. And I'm not going to highlight too much because you can see my face already looks like pretty dewy from just like my skincare stuff. So I'm not gonna go too heavy on the highlight, because look at my nose. I'm not even gonna highlight my nose because it looks like it's already got highlighter on it, but it's not. Just make sure that's not like grease, right? No, can't help it. Just shining. So that's going to be it for this, and it was so nice. I was very impressed with the colors. I feel like they all came across, and you know, they all blended well, so I have no issues with them. I think that we're going to finish with some eyeliner. I used this Tarte Rainforest of the Sea in Tiger's Eye on my lower lash line, but I only went like to the colored part of my eye. And I'm going to go in with this and just kind of smudge it out to give it that like smolder look, and just to kind of keep it from looking like a line. And then just kind of drag that out just a little bit, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it match on the other side. So we'll flip, and again, y'all know I don't always like my makeup perfect. I like it to look lived in. I don't know. I just don't always like it perfect. And especially when we're doing some smudging and smoldering kind of stuff, and we're just going to extend that just a little bit too, and then we'll see how it looks. And see, that just kind of really made my eyes much rounder, and I only took this to right there, and that's really just to darken up my lashes. And I feel like it gives my eyes like a bigger appearance, makes them look more round. Now we're gonna do some mascara. This is just what I'm using right now, the Lash Print. This is one coat of that mascara, y'all, so I really like it. I think we're just gonna finish up with this Natasha Denona lip gloss. This is number 17 in Cherry Wood. We're just gonna go right in on top and keep it right in the middle. Very nice. So I think that this turned out really nice. I noticed that when I tried to do like lighter, natural, simpler looks, I tend to struggle a little bit because I tend to go towards the darker colors, and I guess I'm heavy-handed, and you know, I just tend to go towards the darker colors. And I think this came out really nice as far as like, you know, kind of soft and simple, and that's not always something that is easy for me to achieve. I'm very excited to see what Laura comes up with and to see what she uses, and also to see how these come across on her skin, because I absolutely love her. I hope she uses these two. Those would be beautiful. They're Twilight and Magic, and I think those would be gorgeous on her. And I think she's probably going to use Dreamer. That looks like that would be right up her alley. But definitely go check her out, y'all. I cannot explain to you how much I learned from Laura in just watching her and just listening, because honestly, I do a lot of my YouTube like while I'm working, so I can listen, but I can't always like watch or comment. But with Laura, I can always tell exactly like what she's doing, and it's so easy for me to like get inspired by her. So I hope that it is the same for you. Go check her out if you do not know her, and let her know that you're from my channel. Thank you all so much for joining me. Just know that I am sending positivity to you, and I hope that you're doing what you love, and I will talk to you later. Bye, y'all.